Welcome to my 30-day world, an exercise where in 30 days, we're all going to share about our homebrew worlds. Our homebrew world of Dragongrin is what we're going to be talking about today.
My 30-day world is brought to you by the Dead Man's Guide to Dragongrin Kickstarter. Back it. It's live right now. You can find a link in the description, and you can hear more about Dragongrin in these videos.
James, what is today's question?
Today's question is, how safe is it to travel in your world? So in Dragongrin, what is it like? You are leaving, you're going to your mom's house over the river and through the woods. How does that work?
I think...
It's grandma's house, by the way. I'm sorry.
Well, no.
Comment, downvote machine gun.
No. It's not in this version of it. We're just a little younger than most people.
Mom still owns it.
Yeah. To me, in a world like Dragongrin, it's important that if evil has won, that tone should seep into all the facets of the game.
Yeah.
I think it should be dangerous to travel in Dragongrin.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to stick to the roads, and I think you need to travel in short bursts without being seen if possible.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's not very safe.
Yeah.
It's kind of the short answer.
It's relatively lawless. As far as, like you said, if somebody sees a group of people that might have money or anything of value, they're probably going to come attack you, or, any number of things. So many different things can happen.
Right.
So to that point, so that sort of GMs don't constantly have to make it seem dangerous by, coming up with stuff or just having a bunch of random encounters that might come up, we characterize each of the regions in the world with different numbers, the treachery number.
Exactly.
Because some places will be a little bit safer to travel.
Yes.
But usually it's how unsafe they are, not how safe they are.
Right.
It's how treacherous they are, in fact, is the exact word. So there are sort of multiple levels of treachery, and based on what's happening in the area, and because the book is so modular, you can decide, okay, if there's a war in this area, maybe a civil war is broken out for who knows what.
Exactly.
And there's, a lack of food or all of these different things. You decide what that treachery number is, and you roll on some tables based on that.
Yes. So because it's unsafe to travel in Dragongrin, it's a lot of weight on the dungeon master to come up with that every time the group wants to travel. So one of the most important things that we've baked into the book is a treacherous travel system. Using that treachery number that he was talking about, you would essentially have a corresponding table based on the number you end up with. Okay. So as of now, as of this, there are 4 levels from basically displeasures of travel all the way up to deadliness. There are different things that match. So let's just give an example of a I keep saying dish pleasure.
Dish pleasure.
Dish
the new
pleasure.
Dish soap cuts on grease. I don't know.
Cuts on grease, and Tim sounds like Gold member. It's dish pleasure. So you run into a silver-tongued group of con artists. Insight check or lose 1d6 gold or the equivalent in a grift.
So more than just a regular random encounters roll table, you're not beset upon by 6 goblins. Something different happens, and it gives you a chance for a role-play encounter. Some of them certainly will break out in combat, depending on what the players decide to do.
Sure.
But again, it takes the weight of trying to figure out what happens this time off of the dungeon master, as well as making it thematic depending on where you are. So if they travel from one region to another where the landscape is different, both literally and figuratively, different things happen. And it just makes the world feel alive and very treacherous.
Right. So you're asking, well, that's just a roll table, right? Not necessarily. The way you calculate the treacherous travel is very simple, but it's fun. You basically take the treachery number he talked about, how long you're traveling, if there's any infamy in your group, which we talked about in a previous video, and then you have to decide how quickly you want to get there. Yeah. You can change the treachery number if you want to go at a careful pace, or if you need to get somewhere at a hasty pace, the treachery increases, which means you'd have to roll on a higher table.
Exactly.
It's important to note, as of right now, this is a fully working system that will be really fun. And one of the things that we have as a stretch goal is to expand this even further. So we didn't want to just say, hey, it's not safe to travel, figure it out. We wanted to give you something cool to work up a really cool system that you can use at your table. How safe is it to travel in your world? We really want to know. A Dead Man's Guide to Dragongrin, our campaign setting book, is live now on Kickstarter. we would love for you to consider backing the project and bring it to life.
We also want you to be involved in the My 30-Day World project. Not only does this allow us to tell you and everybody else about our world, but it allows you to do the same. But on whatever social media channel you're on, just tag it with the My 30-Day World hashtag. Participate. You don't need to worry about doing all of them. Skip a couple days. Pick the ones you want to do.
Don't limit yourself. It could be a tweet, a Facebook post. It could be a blog post, a video, a live stream. Whatever way you want to participate, participate. Build your world and share it with us. Thanks so much.